And the intro.
I'm gonna send it.
I'm gonna send that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NFT Crypto Crew. We're in the studio. It's looking good. It's looking nice. Appreciate all you guys for coming out today. We're gonna get into some crypto stuff, NFT stuff, the market, all of the action. Guys, let's start off with here. We appreciate you guys if you could throw us a subscription. We're trying to build this channel out and bring you some of the coolest, some of the funnest NFT and cryptocurrency information, guys.
Oh, this is gonna be one of my favorite episodes today.
One of our favorites.
I mean, I can't tell you how much I love this space and talking about what I think is going to go absolutely
bonkers.
Bonkers this one.
You know what? We're gonna get right into that. Let's do the market real quick, and then we'll get into our main topics today.
Okay.
What do we got? Did Bitcoin pump today?
Yeah, Bitcoin just hit 24 today. It cleared it 24.1. It's sitting at. What a wonderful day. You know, what if 20,000, you know, it was sitting at what? 17,000, 15, 16, 17. I mean, it hit 15, but it was really hanging around. It was
hanging around
17.
Yep. It was hanging. Yep, let's check. We'll pull up the 90-day. We'll check. It was hanging 16s.
Yeah, 16, barely
17.
Yeah.
It was hanging there.
And then everyone kept saying 12,000, 12,000. I have no idea if it was going to hit 12,000. Just to be honest, I would never have known, you know. But I think it's so funny if it doesn't even go below 20 now, because it went from about 16, 17. We've been hanging out for how long, and then now it's going absolutely berserk. We hit 24. I certainly think
it doesn't want to stop.
I certainly think one day it'll be in the hundreds of thousands. So that would be funny if this is the day that it just never goes below 20,000. You know,
it could be. You know, it could go up, could go sideways, could go down. But yeah, I think everything's recently has been a steal.
Absolutely.
I think all these prices over the past few months have been great deals. And it is really good to see some movement in the market, in the green. You know, we haven't seen green days consistently for a long time.
I mean, Powell just said he's going to hike a quarter of a point. It's not, which didn't surprise anyone. I think everyone was expecting that, and it's just great to see the market reacting positively. I mean, there'll probably be a pullback. There usually is, almost always, but it's just great. You got to enjoy these moments while they last. You know, It reminds you why you even like
it reminds you why you got in the first place.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And it seems like the pullbacks have been like recently have just been small. Small little get sell off. Not much.
No, definitely not. It's just up only.
It's like trending. It's just like
it
wants to go up. It wants to go up.
It does. It's been. I mean, it was been on a downtrend for what, a year basically, over a little over a year.
Yeah.
And it finally looks to have bottomed. Hopefully this truly is it. I mean, this is a great feeling, great time to be in this space. Great time to be, you know, crypto enthusiast. Hopefully, that we clear 20,000 for good.
If you guys are new to the space at all, this is a great starting point. It's much lower risk, you know, than if you're getting in last year, a year ago at 40K, 50K, 60K. Much lower risk here for all of these different things. You know, a lot of the prices kind of dropped back down and reset. It's funny because a lot of the prices are almost at the level where we initially got in to crypto.
Yeah, this is a little higher than our entry point, but it's, we entered December 2020 right around 20,000 Bitcoin. I think it was less than 20. We rode that Bitcoin wave up to post 20 We got in at like must have been 19,000, something like that, maybe 18.
Yeah, 18 or so. Like it's funny because most of the stuff is back close to where we entered, and now just seeing this bit of a reset and having a year and a half, 2 years worth of extra knowledge, it's great. It gets me fired up now because if I knew what I knew now last bull run,
I know
I would have taken profits. I wouldn't have rode it all the way up and basically all the way back down. Like, it's just great now knowing, like, it's going to feel so good just taking profits at certain levels and not having to worry, not being a moon boy, not waiting for 100K Bitcoin, like just knowing way more about how the market works.
And it's funny because, like we said today, I mean, we have our crypto chat with our buddies who's been absent, but today, for this whole week, they've been active.
They've been a bit more active. A couple of them been a bit more active.
Yeah, they've been active, and one guy leaves the chat, and we know he must have taken a beating.
He straight up just left hadn't said a word in a year and just left.
Yeah, I mean, what did he got in? He got ETH at like what, 3K or maybe 2,500. It went up to 4,500. He was pumped.
He had a pump. He had a pump.
He made a decent chunk, and then you know what happened? We plummeted. We plummeted, and he dumped. He probably dumped his ETH at the bottom. I know he switched it to the Sol, and then guess what happened after that?
Yeah, Sol just got totally wrecked.
FTX dumped.
So we're starting to see a little more rumbles in our friend group. Greg's going, hey, guys, you see 16K, 17K on ETH? Did you see that?
Oh yeah,
we saw it. We immediately saw it. We refresh CoinGecko every 5 minutes.
Yeah, Greg, we're very aware of this.
Yeah. So, speaking of running up on the bullish side, should we get into some topics here that we think may spark the bull run, blow up during the bull run, be very prevalent during the next?
Maybe one of the catalysts or the best performers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time for We're Bullish.
It's times for our We're Bullish section.
And what are we bullish on today,
Maybe one day we'll have a We're Bullish with a graphic on the screen. Well, one of the things we wanted to get into is Prifi, that is private finance.
Yeah, so this is such a big player. I think I don't really hear many people talking about it, which makes me think it's an absolute gem too because of that. But really, Prifi is something that I think everyone's eventually going to find an interest in. I mean, right now we have ETH, and ETH is a big player aside from Bitcoin. That many people are using, and the platform itself, all these other coins are building off of. The problem is ETH is also a public blockchain, so you can track transactions. You may not be able to identify, who owns which wallet, but you can identify, once you find that out, you can identify everything about their finances. Where the money's going, which exchange uses to switch to what, how much did they sell, all that kind of stuff. Now, there's ways around that, and we're going to talk about a few of them actually, but at the end of the day, ETH is a key player, but the problem is it's not private. And I think privacy is an inherent right and not a privilege, So I think it's going to be built into crypto in a big way. I mean, certainly there's been a lot of talk about like privacy in terms of government cracking down on it. So, for example, I think the Tornado Cash guy, the Tornado Cash guy is still in jail. So this man created Tornado Cash, which, if you're unaware, is a mixer, a crypto mixer. So you send in, say a 10 ETH, it'll spit out ETH at random times to different wallets that are unassociated with that original wallet, and it take a fee in the process. But in doing so, you mix up the cash and people can't see it. And so the U.S. government, for the first time in history, sanctioned a software instead of a person. And so there's very much, it's risky in terms of there's probably going to be government intervention in this, and they really don't like privacy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, privacy is a right. I think many people are going to flock to the idea of not having their finances tracked in any way, and that you should have a right to privacy in the way you send your money and things like that. So
yeah,
I think Prifi is going to be such a big hit. I mean, look what they're doing with the government's doing with their Venmo accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's public as all anyone can see. They want to know and track when you make $600 transactions.
Well, you and your buddy go on a little cruise over spring break, and he sends you $600 for the flight, and you got to report that.
Come on,
guys, come on. What are we talking about here? They're really cracking down. I think, like Tyler said, as crypto becomes more and more mainstream, and a lot of money's moving around into the industry, the government wants their cut. They always want their cut. They always want a piece, and they're going to try. Now, right now, it's very difficult. We can move a lot of money around, buy, sell things, and there's really not a way for them to track all of it if you're using something more discreet like MetaMask or a hardware wallet, if your stuff's on a ledger or something.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
Yeah, the moment they identify you as the owner of that wallet, though, I mean, they can track your history, your entire history.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. Is it's not one or two transactions, guys.
Yeah.
We're spread out across Venmo, cash in person. That's like the ultimate privacy part, right? Cash, hard, U.S. dollars or euros, whatever you use.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Cash App, Zelle. Your bank. So if we do live in a world eventually with digital currency that's being tracked, right now in the blockchain, they identify your wallet. If you don't have any care in the world about privacy, after 10 years, they could just see your entire transaction history, entire history with that thing. And if they want to crack down on you, you better believe they're going to. So privacy is going to play a very important role in the future in crypto. And it may look different than what what we're expecting, given that government regulation is probably going to crack down in some way. But it is a right, and it will serve a purpose. So that's kind of the idea. I mean, 600. Come on, guys.
Guys, what are we talking about here? $600. I mean, what?
$600. Come on.
I mean, what? You got a little too frisky at the bar with your buddies one night, and you ordered for shots for the bar. You send your buddy the 600 on Venmo. Well, you got to report that. What are we talking about? Look, no, I totally agree. Because I mean, the crackdown's coming. It's coming more and more and more. You need to do more KYC for signing up with these wallets, right? You need if you can kind of maneuver it around the blockchain to an extent.
Yeah.
But if you're withdrawing, it's very, very difficult to withdraw funds from crypto without people knowing where it's going. If you got to withdraw, I can move NFTs around relatively discreetly.
Yeah.
But if I want to withdraw my crypto into USD, if I want to go through Coinbase or Binance or something like that, that's pretty much the only way I can get the money to my bank account. And they know I'm pulling that money out. So
yeah. Especially, I mean, you got to think about this. I mean, I don't want to take it too paranoid here, but when you sign up for these exchanges, a part of the process is you smiling, putting that sign up, Binance, today's date, 5 fingers, driver's license in the other hand, sending the photo, putting your address down. I mean, they know. They know you, okay?
I'm about to buy a bunch of NFTs.
I'm about to buy the top and get crushed by Luna. But realistically, your identity is very, known throughout crypto, either through an exchange in order to take it to an off ramp, or through, your bank account. You're sending funds to these other things. So, and even in traditional finance, your bank account, things like that. The government is always watching.
The government wants a piece.
Always watching.
They want a piece of the cut.
Yeah. The only way to guarantee that your transactions are truly private is to add privacy in decentralized cryptocurrencies. That's the only way to guarantee your transactions are not going to be watched. That the bank isn't being tapped by the feds,
Mhm.
that the central exchanges aren't hacked by the U.S. government or another nefarious government, and then your identity is compromised. The only way to truly secure that is through Prifi, and so that's why I think this is really truly the future of the next bull run,
especially for people who do large transactions, right? It's like think of all the loops and gymnastics people do in traditional finance just to avoid taxes or to find those loopholes in the system so they don't have to pay as much. If there's a way to keep those funds more private on the blockchain so you don't have to report them or you don't have to pay taxes for them, especially bigger players, then they're gonna do it. And the companies that can give them that security and that privacy are gonna have a super strong use case and provide that utility. So I totally agree. That
it's only a matter of time before it explodes. Maybe it won't be a single catalyst here, but I certainly think utility-wise, at least at a minimum, some are here to stay. And hopefully we ride that wave. Hopefully people realize that I'm tired of reporting these $600 transactions on Venmo to pay my rent for the month.
Yeah, it's like, guys, what are we talking about here? Well,
what kind of coins are we looking at anyway? I mean, we have here's some privacy coins examples on our watch.
Here's the top Prifi coins by market cap.
Monero, Zcash, Dash. These are the very well-known ones. One of the lesser well-known ones that I like, XFT. They all have their own use cases. So just do your own research. I'm not invested in nearly. There's a lot of coins here we're showing, but there's only a handful actually I'm invested in. So I particularly like Offshift because of its low market cap. It's a little bit riskier, but I like its use case. I think it has a lot of potential to be used in the future, and
that's where you find some of these gems, right? It is more risky, but if it does become a big player, the reward is very, very high since it's a lower market cap.
Exactly.
And then even some of these that are higher up, Monero, Zcash, Dash, if they remain big players, if Prifi does become more mainstream, right, and you see some of these Prifi guys come up to the top 10, top 15, top 20, there's a lot of reward potential there. It's funny because I bought like Dash or Zcash or something like last bull run just without even knowing what the hell it was. Like no clue what it was.
Plus, I like the name. I was like, oh man, this is that you had, because the thing is we had, and this is kind of got transition into gigs. What are you bullish on, Gig? But we had Bitcoin, the first one, okay, the very first one. That was it, just Bitcoin. It was used primarily in Silk Road, developed a use case for it. People were enthusiastic about it. And then it turned into, and more cryptocurrencies came from there. XRP, ETH, a lot of the original Dash, Zcash. So they start coming out with these cryptocurrencies. And everyone's like, oh, there's more. 2017 bull run happens. Everyone's like, oh, this is exciting, 2020 happens, okay? DeFi summer. 2021, okay? DeFi summer.
It was DeFi.
NFTs come right after that.
Yeah.
Into, what was it, 2020? Basically, it was around the same time.
It was 2021.
Late.
Into late 2021.
Fall 2021.
Summer to fall. Summer to fall.
Yeah. And now, now we're in the bear market, but the next bull run, what will it be? I'm saying Prifi, Gig. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking NFTs and metaverse integration.
Okay.
We're talking representation on social media and metaverse. We're talking digital real estate.
Okay.
We'll get into that here. Just a couple things. I mean, if you're in the NFT game, you're probably aware already, but Twitter's already integrating NFTs into their platform. You can you can represent your PFP as an NFT and it can confirm it.
It's like a hexagon, right?
Yeah, it's got that. Here's Twitter, but if I go in and confirm this and connect my wallet, it'll give that hexagon and it'll show that I actually own that NFT. So Twitter is one platform that is starting to integrate this. Instagram,
Insta.
you'll be able to showcase NFTs on Instagram, potentially sell them on there, right? So you could
Wow.
someone with a bunch of followers could just launch an NFT and sell it right through Instagram, right? So
I just love how you're naming big, well-known tech social media companies
mhm.
that people trust. I mean, whether they should trust them is one thing, but they're brands. They're
Mhm.
very big brands. So
Yeah.
them integrating is a good first step for people who have no clue or interest in
Yeah.
NFTs in general. It's a very good onboarding place for them.
Yeah. It's a great place to your normie go, oh, what's this little NFT? Oh, I follow this guy on Instagram. I watch his stories every day. I buy his IRL merch, right? I buy his shirts or whatever merch he's selling. And then he launches an NFT and you're kind of like, what's this NFT thing about? Like, maybe I'll check it out. I'll buy it. And that's just a really great way to onboard the masses. And I think it's kind of like a little bit of a domino effect. Once Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, Facebook already is trying to corner the market with Meta.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot. Your typical normie doesn't really get. I don't think they really get what's going on with Meta, but it's Facebook essentially trying to corner that market in the metaverse because they know it's coming. They know it's going to be super, 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 super big in the coming years.
I agree. I agree completely. I think their branding is set up perfectly for what the metaverse is going to be like. And just like you're pulling up now, Sandbox, these we haven't even touched, gaming, the gaming in there.
Well, yeah, I wanted to get kind of from Facebook into gaming was that Meta finally accepts that Nintendo does it better. Nintendo, I mean, yeah, just think of all the outlets that NFTs and these digital collectibles can be used in, right? Social media is just one thing, but gaming, like Nintendo, for example, they're starting to get in here. We already see on GameStop, you can start purchasing NFTs online through GameStop.
I just love how social media is this onboarding on-ramp for them because it truly is going to be the only way to get normal people into this space is to get them exposed through, trusted brands that they believe in.
Yeah. So Nintendo's a huge one for that. And yeah, like you were saying, Sandbox is one of the large metaverses that it's been established. And it's has a relatively large, market cap. So it's been around for some time, and they've definitely proven that for the time being, they're a pretty solid metaverse. So it's really cool because, we're thinking digital land, right? As we get more and more into, we got 3D headsets. We got the ability to kind of look around and see what's going on. But as we get more and more realistic and get closer and closer to the metaverse being less distinguishable from real life.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm going to go home and check
and throw on my headset and check what all my NFT buddies are doing in my little metaverse town, right? And things like this are kind of already being built, in the background. It's the very, very early stages for a lot of this, but there are metaverses being built. And I think as it becomes a household thing to just have a headset and be able to kind of check out from the real world for a little while and just go into your digital world, I think it's going to become more and more useful to have, value or own things in those in those metaverses, which are going to probably be fueled a lot in part by NFTs.
Yeah, and I think you kind of nailed it. Is I think the foundation of this whole NFT, metaverse space is going to drive the acceptance of crypto, right? Like this might be a slower game just because I truly think the utility in this metaverse is going to only grow over time. I mean, my mom, she's not going to go, she's not going to put on a headset and go in the metaverse.
And go in there for
My dad won't even open up an email, so I can't imagine he's going to do that.
It's not a boomer thing.
But as time goes on, you know, and especially the younger generation, Gen Z, or we're at a new one now, right? What's the newest one?
Zoomers. What's below Zoomer? I don't know.
I think it's Zoomers or something. But they're getting exposed to this as a regular thing. So it's only going to become more and more traditional in society and acceptable as the ones that actually use it get older and become
think of the kids
aware of it.
Think of the kids growing up. Think of the toddlers now. Half of them, I don't know that's how many, but a ton of them, you hand them an iPad and they're just on the iPad. They're on YouTube. They're on games. There's constantly in front of screens. You know, as this becomes more realistic and those kids can interact with each other through these metaverses, what are they going to want to have? They're going to want to have assets in the digital realm.
Yes.
It's going to be more important when they're spending just as much time on the digital realm as they are in real life. The assets on digital are going to be just as important, valuable as real life assets. So, like, for example, you can buy an NFT that may be a house in the metaverse, and you can invite your friends over to that house, and you own it, and you own that chunk of land, right? You can already purchase sand. You can purchase land in the sandbox, and you own it. You decide what you want to build on it, what you want to do with it. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I think you're right. It's going to be a slower roll. It's going to take time to,
but that will always cement, and that's the key for me, at least, investing. Just that alone, that's the long-term value proposition. But that, and that might take time to develop, but that will ensure that the space that you're investing in is there for the long term if that comes to fruition. So it's a guarantee at that point, if you believe it, you basically are saying, I'm betting this is going to be around because I think in 20 years, this is going to be a regular thing. Then from then on, it's about pumpamentals. Okay.
At that point, it's about how many normies are going to have to buy into this just to be able to participate.
Exactly. How many people are going to go buy the absolute top of Doge at the SNL with Elon Musk? So that's, for me, that's what I look at. Is this going to be around? Okay. Now, is there money to be made from this in the short term as well? Definitely. Yeah. Okay.
And it's great because there's no definite answers here, and there's no how to invest. There's no way to know how to the most ideal way to invest in some of these companies. But the great thing is that Tyler's super, super active in the Prifi sector, right? So anything new coming up or anything that really sparks his interest, he'll see what's going on and he'll learn the space, and he'll know enough about the space to have his eggs in the right basket when he needs to. And same for me for NFTs or Metaverse, right? I'm active enough in the space that I'll know what's going on. I'll know kind of where I think the best products are going, and I think it's just a matter of time until we are.
We'll have to revisit this video and see.
We'll have to revisit it and see if I could be wrong. Metaverse, they could say it's a no-go. But we'll have to see.
Is it Prifi winter coming up, 2023 or?
Yeah, Prifi fall, Prifi winter,
Metaverse summer.
It's cool to see. It's interesting to see how it shows how early we are in crypto, because there's seasons for entire industries. Pump for a few months, like DeFi summer, right, or NFT summer or whatever, and all this money flows in and out, and then it kind of just quiets down for a while, right? It's little pumps, but the trend is upward.
Exactly.
The long-term trend is upward, but you can take such advantage of these little waves that come and go, but long-term, 5, 10, 20 years down the road, right, the industries that are doing well are gonna keep trending in that upward direction. It's just crazy how the seasons pump it.
Oh yeah. That's why you got to get on the next trend. I truly think Prifi pump event is coming, and we'll see
Mhm.
we'll see how it plays out. So your big bet in this NFT space is what you say, Bad Cat, you think, or
I mean, my favorite's Bad Cat. Bad Cat, I love. Geckos, I love. Like foxes, like.
Soul?
I mean, Solana. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Solana NFT guy. It's got a great community. I think it's got the fundamentals. It has suffered price wise, obviously over the past year, but I think the fundamentals are there. The community's there. The builders are there. I like Solana. I like ETH too. I like Ethereum a lot too.
ETH is very interesting for me too. Yeah, I like that.
I just got into Sol, and
Couldn't
that's where
stop.
and I think there's enough. I think there's enough projects and on in crypto that you can be in one or two really good projects or on one or two really good blockchains and I do well. You don't have to spread yourself out a whole lot if you have conviction and you have faith. If I believe if Solana is going to be around in 5 or 10 years and I'm working with projects that are still going to be around on it, I only need to be in one or two good projects.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like it's you just got to put your egg and like 9 out of 10 of the projects probably aren't going to be here.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just the same with the S coins.
Mhm.
There's only going to be when it's all said and done, in 10, 15 years, there's only going to be like the ones with true utility that last and bubble their way up to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Bad Cat, there's a couple things I do want to touch in on. You guys know Bad Cat, what we do. Oh, have the giveaway. Giveaway here. Let's give away here. We have a Meta Tattoo Club.
I like
that I'm giving away through Bad Capital, baby. Let me get this set up here. I think I haven't done the Twitter picker that much, but so one winner. You gotta follow.
Oh, this thing does it for you, right?
Yeah, you gotta follow MTC Pantheon DAO.
Which plugin are you using to create this?
Oh, this is Twitter picker.
Twitter picker.
Yeah, so I usually a lot of the time I'll enter all the names in a spinning wheel and spin it like the rep wheel.
Yeah.
But it just takes so long. So here I'm just gonna.
Oh, this does all the calculation for you.
It does the calc for me. It goes.
You're setting up the setting. They must follow this.
Yeah. So tweet count is 100's good. It means they're actually like a real Twitter. They actually have they've actually had an account for more than a month, and there's a lot of bots.
Yeah, exactly.
So
get the bots out of there.
We'll do last tweet within a month. Count is a month old. They've done tweets. You get the bots out of there. Oh, here's the link of the tweet.
Oh wow!
You
load the tweet up.
You load the tweet up.
It does its calculation for you.
Here it is, giveaway, and then we continue. And then we have 88 entries.
Oh dang!
Right on here we had 88 retweets.
So they all fell in non-bots.
Well, it's tough. I do my own gig check after this does its check because
you double triple check.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So, all right, let's do the draw. Oh, they see this guy. He would have won, but he got rejected. Because he's not following the. See, I just say you got to follow the two accounts.
That's all you need to do.
That's all you need to do, and then boom, accepted. So here is our winner.
Trappin' bad.
Trappin'. And then I click and make sure because I've done this before, and it's been sketchy before. Like the person had like 3 Twitters that were like similar, but they just had like different.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
You want to make sure the guy's authentic.
I want to make sure it's the real guy, a real person. The guy loves the Eagles. He's wearing the Eagles jersey.
He joined May 2014, so clearly he's been here for a long time.
Yeah, so now...
He's doing a lot of. He's doing a lot of giveaways.
Now this was what was sketchy with the last one because it was just.
Yeah.
They were only retweeting giveaways.
Yeah, that seems very sketch.
But
what about replies? If you go to tweets and replies, is he replied to?
Is he
talking with anything or?
He's replying here.
That's a giveaway one though. They're all giveaways. This might be a giveaway account for him. He just does this Twitter.
That's what it was before. That's what happened to me before. It was the guy had like 3 accounts and he was just on all 3 accounts. You're just retweeting. Let me check. This is the thing with these damn things.
You gotta be careful.
I mean, trapping.
It says bad. There's probably another one that's not. I mean, it's a weird thing. Let me go to here. He's joined May 2014. Maybe he just like. Well,
yeah, I mean, he could. Some people just get on and retweet giveaways. If I don't see another one that looks like him, then
it might be a burner account he only uses to do giveaways, but instead of mucking up his real one. But he's been joined since May 2014 on there, so
yeah. So I mean that seems legit. I've just been careful lately.
Oh, you can't never be too careful in this space.
Because the guy that won, I did another one, and the guy that won had like 3 Twitters.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah, this guy seems legit. Trappin', I'm going to reach out to you, and we will have you just drop off your wallet, DM me your wallet, and we'll get you your MTC. Nice cat. Oh, he's got this. Oh, he's got this. He's got the Stone Dave Jays. He got the money band, the Ute money band. Okay, lit. Awesome. Also wanted to let you guys know we're closing entry for Bad Capital in about a week.
Last call, folks.
Last call. We got our own trait. If you want to get your hands on this trait, easy way to do it. Just join Bad Capital. Check out the form here. Got to have 10 cats.
Ooh.
And then, I did a little Who Wants to Get Their Cat featured, so we'll do a little.
Oh, the iced out is just. So
Barbs, this guy.
Yeah.
Follow Barbs. He just posted a really good, I think it was Barbs, a really good thread on Bad Cat. Dope iced. King Bonk.
King Bonk. Look at that hat with they all smoke. They like to smoke, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of pot smokers in NFT and Solana NFTs.
I noticed that.
There's guys on Spaces that are just like, bro, I've been rolling up all day, bro.
I was watching a Joe Rogan podcast the other day. I do not watch his podcast, but
yeah.
I don't know. I just never caught interest in most of them. But
if you see Bob Lazar,
it's an alien one, so. And he was like an hour and a half in this interview, and he's only asking questions, and then he literally just out of the blue goes, and that's why I get so fucking high sometimes. I just like to think about it. I'm like, what? I guess he gets high.
Yeah, Rogan? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he loves it, too.
Oh, he smokes.
JS Wag, nice cats, clean. He likes them clean. I love this black and white one. Pirate King. Oh, with the wings.
Oh, this is a cool cat.
Yeah, with the moon mission with the wings.
The moon mission is always sick.
War Room. Nice.
Lots of cats here. I love it.
V-Soul.
Oh, man.
Oh, Fishbowl.
The black one is my interest. The broccoli.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, broccoli. I got the D-Gods hat. Got the acid. Okay, V-Soul's got a nice collection.
He does.
Better Call. Okay. Look, squad there. With the bra on the head.
I like it.
Hopi.
The moon.
Hopi's always active too. And he's got the icy, clean icy, and the D-Gods acid. That's clean.
Oh, it looks sick.
That's a nice one. And Neo likes the red ones. And he's got the Banksy. Dope. Guys, thanks for taking part here. Bad Cats, thanks for popping out. Thanks everybody that watched. Appreciate you guys. Prifi, Metaverse. We'll see. We'll check this podcast in a few years and see if we were full of shit.
Yep. And that's it, folks.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Bullish.
I mean, the odds are at least Prifi or NFTs, you think?
The odds are like something's going to happen. The government's cracking down.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm bullish.
The purple with the Sprite kid, I like it.